Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Beekeeper Tarot. My name is Alan. I hope you are all doing okay. And yeah, I've been thinking about you and us and the channel and all the crap going on. Yeah, so like I said, thank you once again for your kind responses and for liking my videos and, for growing the channel. I really do appreciate it. So thank you very, very much for that. I really appreciate it. So kudos and thank you guys. What I wanted to talk about today was or is meditation. So I don't know if you know much about meditation or mindfulness, but it's stay with me, okay? But Buddhists use it, Christians use it, I think Jews use it, a lot of religions around the world use it as well as spiritual people, as other ways of expressing spirituality. That's what I'm trying to say. But I wanted to talk about just a simple breathing meditation, and then we'll pull an oracle or two, and then I'm going to do a link to a 10-minute video, breathing video. It's a guided meditation. So the thing with meditation is you find a quiet place. So don't do it when you're, operating a machinery or driving or anything like that. But you can do it if you're in a state where you are relaxing, even if you're walking or you're lying down or sitting in a chair. As long as you don't actually physically are doing something, that's a great place to start. And the idea with breathing meditation before I switch to the video is you're just focusing on the breath. So you might think about how the air goes in and out of your nose, out of your nostrils. So you might notice that it's slightly cooler as you inhale and it's warmer when you exhale. And what's going to happen is I can only speak for myself, so I'll own this. So when I start meditation, what I notice is my mind gets really busy, right? Like you're thinking about, what you got to do, what's happening around you. You might be thinking about what's happening politically. You might be thinking about an argument that you had with your mum 20 years ago. Do you know what I mean? You'll find that the mind will become very crowded, becomes very busy, and in a way that is a reflection of how bombarded we can be with our thoughts as well. Um, and just on that as well, a slight digression, getting like Lena here. Love Lena. Um, with regards to the news, right? Like, take it, take it in little sound bites. You don't have to have MSNBC or CNN running all day. I find that in times of turmoil or when there's stuff going on, I prefer to read it. Um, that's what works for me, generally speaking. And I generally do read most of my news. But having said that, POPOC and Midas Touch is a great resources to get some really good news as well. But what I'm saying is that make a time for that as well so that your mind isn't totally bombarded with those news stories because a lot of them, they do tend to recycle as well. So, and there's always going to be stuff going on, always. So I just wanted to kind of put that little provider in there. But back to meditation. So the idea is that you find a quiet place and you can just do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day, or, once a week, twice a week. But the idea is what you do is you start to focus on your breathing, you start to focus on your breath. So what you'll find is that as you begin to relax into it, your thoughts are going to go crazy, right? So all you do when you notice that there's stuff going on, just bring your attention back to your breathing, back to the breath, back to your nose or wherever you are, identifying that breath, whether it's your stomach or your throat or your nose or your mouth. I tend to use my nose when I'm focusing. So if I'm concentrating, so I'll breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And what I'm doing is I'm focusing on the air going in and out of my nostrils. And so when the things start to clutter into my mind and my mind wanders over here or my mind wanders over there, just don't beat yourself up about it. Just lovingly just pull your mind back into the breathing. And what it does, it it just creates like a little oasis. It's like if there's a storm outside or there's bad weather outside and you just want to go into a cave or you want to go into a safe place and just cocoon yourself. I mean, the what's happening outside is always going to be there, like even like irrespective of this political climate. But if I can use the metaphor like a storm, like the storm's going to be going on, right? But you're safe in your home or in your cave or wherever you are. And I'm speaking metaphorically here. So the idea is, like I said, you just breathe in and you breathe out, and that's all you do. And you can even do it before you go to sleep. Like, you might be lying in bed and thinking about your day, and you think, oh shit, and this and that, and bloody Trump, whatever is you're thinking about, and you think, okay, I can't change that right now, but what I can do is I can just breathe in and breathe out, and you'll find that will also help you get to sleep. It'll help relax you, and you're just saying to the world, not right now. I know you're there. I'll come back to you shortly. But right now, I give myself permission to be present. It's all about being present in the moment. And so if you're focusing on your breathing and then letting the breath out, and I've got a 10-minute video which I'd like to show you. I'll put it in the links. But it's just one example of, it's just one example. Sorry, that my housemate's outside. It's just one example of a meditation that you can do. And for me, I find it really helpful. And I just wanted to share that with you. So having done that, let's pull a nice oracle card for the day. So folks, I'm using what's called the Buddhism reading cards. And this is a oracle that I picked up from Body, Mind and Spirit in Sydney a couple of years ago. And I thought that just now that we're talking about meditation, and I thought it just might be appropriate. So let's see. I'm just going to shuffle. And see, this is the thing with oracle cards. I always find oracle cards really hard to shuffle because they're always so big. But anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to shuffle these cards somehow because they're bigger than the suburb I'm living in. Let's shuffle these cards and let's see the message that Spirit has us today. Asking Spirit with regard specifically to meditation and what we can do to invite more peace into our lives. All right, Spirit. Okay. Okay, so I pulled out a card here that says loving kindness. I don't know if you can, probably can't read that. It's a bit, there we go. I'm just going to have a read, guys. Okay, folks. So like I said, I have recorded. I have pulled a card called Loving Kindness, and I'm just going to read you what it says. All right. Loving kindness. When we feel love and kindness towards others, it only makes others feel loved and cared for, but it also helps us to develop inner happiness and peace. That's from the Dalai Lama. And just a little note underneath it to keep this short and simple. Loving kindness is the distilled essence of pure love. As you open your heart, you are able to love the unlovable, bring joy to sadness, faith to doubt, and light to darkness. So the message I'm getting here is, it's the feeling which I'm getting from this is really as a community that we care for each other in the midst of all this insanity. but also that we really learn to love ourselves and care for ourselves. Like it's okay to admit how we're feeling. And, it's okay to be kind to ourselves in the midst of all this madness. And, in so many ways, I think as humans, we beat each other up and we beat ourselves up because, you have those moments where you go through a list of things that you hate about yourself or, whatever it is. But this is just saying that, like, not to do that. It's just say that if you can generate that loving kindness towards others, um, it helps them, but it also helps us to develop our inner happiness as well. And it's kind of like in that stillness, where we can find that place of calm. And so I just wanted to kind of send that message out there, guys. Um, it's just kind of where I felt led to read today, just short and simple. But yeah, so just think about the meditation, and I will include a 10-minute video and just try it, and even if you last a minute, that's okay. You might find it's not you, that's okay. But I can only be honest with you and tell you things that help work for me. And like I said, the cray cray is going to be happening, right? We know that it's going to be happening, but this is about finding a place of inner sanctum. And you can go out to the cray cray anytime. It's still going to be there. It's still going to be going on, but with a breathing meditation, it just gives a bit of rest for the mind, and it gives us a bit of time to recover. And that's the thing that I love about meditation. I've also done a lot of reading about Buddhism as well. Just in my private life, I've studied Buddhism for a couple of years, and I find the teachings really, really beneficial. But I'm not here to preach to anybody about what I do believe and what doesn't believe. The important thing is that you do what works for you. That's it. You do what you do you, and you do whatever works for you. But and in the sense, like a breathing meditation is really neutral. All you're doing is you're focusing on your breath and letting it rise and fall, focusing on that. And as things come into your mind with love, just let them go and come back to the breath. And if you find that your mind is always wandering around, accept it, that's fine. With loving kindness, go back to your breath and just focus on that breathing. And even if you do that for 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day, it will help. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it as well. And you can even, like I said, you can even do it, if you find that you've gone to bed or you're having a rest and your mind is racing, um, and you don't have access to this YouTube video, it will teach you the basic skills that you need to do it. And once again, you just breathe in and you breathe out. So that's what I wanted to say today, guys. We'll do some more tarot very soon, but I just wanted to do that today and talk about that. Take care, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I hope that helps you. All right, guys, I'll be back soon. Okay, see ya.